Vice-Chancellor, fellow council members and staff of the university, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. To members of a university, a ceremony for the presentation of awards is a particularly important and happy occasion. To all of you, I extend a warm welcome. To graduates, I offer congratulations and best wishes. The university's mission commits it to achieving international excellence in education and research. In the area of teaching and learning, the university aims to provide an education to all students which will equip them intellectually to the best international standards. The university's goal is to develop graduates whose knowledge, skills, abilities and attitudes are highly valued. Students who are able to contribute to the workplace and broader community and have the opportunity to lead rich, fulfilling lives. Whether you are here today to celebrate your first undergraduate degree or a postgraduate coursework degree or the research higher degree of Doctor of Philosophy, you have acquired comprehensive and well-founded knowledge in the relevant discipline, appropriate professional knowledge and skills, the ability to think logically and laterally, critically and creatively, and to use these qualities effectively in decision-making and problem-solving. There are two critical tests of the quality of the education you have received from this university. One relates to your own satisfaction, and the other to the satisfaction of those with whom you will work. As new graduates, you have received the Graduate Careers Council of Australia's Graduate Destination Survey and the Course Experience Questionnaire. I hope you answer it. Responses to those two instruments by graduates from previous years demonstrates a very high level of satisfaction with their educational experience at the University of Newcastle. In addition, commencing salaries of Newcastle graduates continue to be higher than the national average, indicating that our graduates are highly competitive against those of other Australian universities. Employer satisfaction, as reported in the university's own employer survey, is also very pleasing. So on two counts, we rank well. The speed and nature of change in our society today is such that whatever qualification you have completed, you will need to be engaged in lifelong learning to be and remain successful and valued as a citizen and employee or manager. I'm confident that the skills which you have acquired during your study at this university will stimulate the continuous search for more knowledge and understanding. These in turn will equip you to make significant contributions to the local, the national, and I'm sure in the case of many, the international community. In the area of research performance, your university currently ranks 9th out of the 39 public universities in Australia. It has an annual research income of about $25 million and a total annual expenditure on research projects, research scholarship and research infrastructure of about $36 million. That is an outstanding research achievement. I take this opportunity to remind those receiving their testaments today that as graduates of the university, you automatically become members of the graduate body, the Convocation. You thus join more than 50,000 other graduates worldwide and have an opportunity through elected representatives to become involved in the governance and development of the university. I now call on the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences to present graduates from that faculty.
Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Consumer Science. Rebecca Booth. Louise Craig. Julie Driver. Nicole Hoffman. Tiffany Hollings. Rebecca Horner. Kylie Kearney. Elizabeth Magan. There's the baby. Jennifer Manning. Amanda McKee. Gemma McKellar. Emma Satchel. Scott Van Buren. Karen Wilson. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Consumer Science with merit. Erin Bright. Jill Morris. Fiona Stacey. Chancellor, I present you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Consumer Science with Honours, Class 1, Deborah Van Gerven. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Medical Radiation Technology, Emma Scotchmere. Matthew Vigar. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Biomedical Science, Catherine Alcorn. Jodie Borrow. Nicola Bowden. Catherine Bradley. Aaron Camp. Kent Chapman. Caitlin Collin. Virginia Crowter. Natalie Crispin. Lisa Fruchter. Lisa Geyer. You're supposed to give me a high five, aren't you? Brett Graham. Raylee Green. Teresa Hayes. Jenny Lewis. Sally McIlvini. Jane Newburn. Julie Preston. Robert Preston. Christy Shipman. Casey Smith. Murray Taverner. Emily Vink. Yat Wong. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Biomedical Science with Honours Class 2, Division 1, Fiona Scorgi. Tony Welsh. Chancellor, a university medal may be awarded to a candidate who has achieved first-class honours and displayed outstanding ability. In assessing ability, the graduate's record throughout the whole degree course is taken into account. In addition to achieving consistently high grades, the candidate must have completed at least half of their degree requirements at this university. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Biomedical Science with Honours Class 1 and the University Medal. Goff Au. Adam Odell. Jade Sylvester. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Nutrition and Dietetics. Karen Bowers. Karen Coulson. Christy Gander. Kieran Hunter. Melissa Jensen. John Jones. Megan Craig. Hayley Cooter. Emma McNamara. Julia Rack. Leanne Scaines. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Nutrition and Dietetics with honours. Alison Graham. Lisa Nicholas. Oh, a high five. Jan Stanton. Chancellor, I present you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Nutrition and Dietetics with honours Class 1 and the University Medal, Anne Jeanette Casey. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Occupational Therapy, Sandra Barwick. Angela Barbato. Lana Draper. Nicola Gray. Carmen Hadfield. Zoe Jacks. Alana Kilby. Scott Lang. Vanessa McLaren. Kylie O'Connell. Alexandra Richardson. Claire Russell. Andriana Rill. Leanna Smith. Sarah Williams. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Occupational Therapy with Honours Class 2, Division 1, Rachel Garfoot. Katrina Morey. Jane Mortimer. Emma Robson. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Occupational Therapy with Honours Class 1, Louisa Coates. Very nice. Jennifer Grace. Janine King. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science, Diagnostic Radiograph, Rochelle Cassett Ryan. Shane Collison. Jamie Coombs. Warwick Crosby. Tanya Daniels. Michelle D. Redder. Alicia Hancock. Ryan Hoskins. Bree Hudson. Rebecca Lyons. Paula McDonald. Peter Matt. Ross McKay. Adrian Merchant. Louise Moule. Tony O'Keefe. Felicity Pallier. Maria Quillian. Adam Reinhard. Andrina Sanderson. Alice Walcombe. Nicole White. Kim Whitty. Melissa Wright. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science, Diagnostic with Merit, Luke Appleby. Michelle Bassett. Ross Carnes. Marion Hales. Jana Kelly. Donna Napier. Bronwyn Ruffley. Kristen Sternbeck. Sophie Stevenson. Amy Taylor. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science, Radiation Therapy, Michelle Bransden. Laurie Johnson. Joel Parker. Mark Skelly. Matthew Squires. Regina Stephen. Donna Twining. Got that right. Jeline Westling. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science, Radiation Therapy with Merit, Craig Elith. Sheridan Evans. Ben Perkins. Chancellor, I present you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Medical Science with Honours, Class 1, Nicole Williams. Chancellor, I present you a graduate of the degree of Bachelor of Medical Science in Community Health with Honours, Class 2, Division 1, Maya Guest. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Rosalind Avery. Tara Ball. David Banfield. Noisy lot, aren't they? Simone Barry. Simone Bartlett. Prunella Brinman. Amanda Brett. Wendy Bridges. Jonathan Brock. Erica Cameron Taylor. Emma Campbell. Natalia Carter. Chantel Cassie. Wing Ki Chung. Jason Cook. Narelle Flanagan. Richard Haddad. Andrew Halliday. Rebecca Hargrave. Matthew Harvey. Gabrielle Holland. Andrew Hopper. Sonia Kyra. Letitia Kingsley. Daniel Edward Kleiner. Yael Levy. Ulrich Lied-Vogel. Premraj Makoni. Tom Martin. Mark Mather. Sonia McClure. Gary McKay. Caroline Meady. Richard Moore. Siu Ui. Is it money? It wasn't money. Letitia Peterson. Solomon Kurashi. Amanda Russell. Danielle Satrapa. Samuel Scanlon. Ruben Slater. Thank you. Jennifer Spinazzi. Ann Tham. I'll have to do the best I can. Christopher Thorvaldsson. Christopher Topovsik. How'd you go? Helena Van Horen. Stephanie Ward. Simon Zida. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Medicine with honours. Patrick Carney. Emma Cormick. Christian Heim. Kristen Hoy. Anne-Marie Kurzidlo. Jamie Narvelli. Scott Nightingale. Caitlin Sheehan. Catherine Tuong. Andrew Weatherall. Katrina Webster. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Occupational Health and Safety, Courtney Allen. Jordan Ashton. Deneen Banks. Samantha Campbell. Deborah Carr. Carol Edwards. Rhonda Fewings. Jason Hassett. Cameron Jack. Justin Lawrence. John McKee. Susanna Nawang. Nawang? Nawang. We got it right. Anthony Pavarett. Patricia Robertson. Jacqueline Sterling. Chancellor, I present you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements of the award of the Graduate Certificate in Health Sciences, Drug and Alcohol Studies, Stephen Ling. Chancellor, I present you candidates who have satisfied the requirements of the award of the Graduate Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety, Rosalind Bird. Andrew McPherson. Kylie Watkins. Chancellor, I present you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements of the award of the Graduate Certificate in Population Health, Anne Gregory. Chancellor, I present you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements of the award of the Graduate Diploma in Clinical Epidemiology, Raymond Robinson. Chancellor, I present you candidates who have satisfied the requirements of the award of the Graduate Diploma in Genetic Counselling, Louise Carey. Jane Heinley. Gillian Kennedy. Lucinda Kevin. Emma Tyler. Chancellor, I present you a candidate who has satisfied the requirements of the award of the Graduate Diploma in Medical Statistics, Jane Esto-Esta. Chancellor, I present you candidates who have satisfied the requirements of the award of the Graduate Diploma in Occupational Health and Safety, Clive Bradburn. Patricia Fater. Peter Lynn Fedeli. Darren Hall. Kenneth Marsh. Jodie Porter. Neville Rockhouse. You're a lovely woman. Chancellor, I present you a graduate of the degree of Master of Genetic Counselling, Elvira Ziliakis. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Master of Health Science, Drug and Alcohol Study, Jacqueline Power. Suzanne Shaw. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Master of Medical Science, Clinical Epidemiology. This first graduate has also returned from Japan for the ceremony. Yasuhiro Ashai. Maxine Freeman Robinson. Agnello Iannuzzi. Jeanette London. Japan. The next graduate has also returned to us from Japan, Hitoshi Nakagawa. Congratulations. How do you say your name? Diane Pacey. Leanne Stafford. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Master of Occupational Health and Safety. Karen Simpson. Chancellor, I present you graduates of the degree of Master of Quality Improvement in Health Care, Cheryl Di Zotti. Heather MacDonald. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences.
I call on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research to present Research Higher Degree graduates.
Chancellor, I present to you Amanda Dixon McIver for the degree of Master of Medical Science. Ms. Dixon McIver's thesis is entitled A Molecular Cytogenetic Study of Subtelomeric Regions of Human Chromosomes. Whew. Chancellor, Ms. McIver. Chancellor, I present to you Gai McDonald for the degree of Master of Medical Science. Ms. McDonald's thesis is entitled Stages of Change, Decisional Balance and Dietary Fat Intake. Chancellor, Gai McDonald. Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of study, principally of research. A thesis embodying the outcomes of the research is the principal basis for examination and award. The degree is only awarded if the thesis makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge and to our understanding of the field of knowledge with which it is concerned. Today, the University is proud to honour Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Chancellor, I present to you Janine Duke, Bachelor of Pharmacy of the University of Sydney. Dr. Duke's thesis is entitled An Investigation to Assess the Needs Experienced by Men Diagnosed with Prostate Cancer. Chancellor, Dr. Duke. Chancellor, I present to you Brendan Goodger, Bachelor of Social Work at the University of New South Wales. Dr. Goodger's thesis is entitled An Examination of Social Support Amongst Older Australians. Chancellor, Dr. Goodger. Chancellor, I present to you Marguerite Hirsch, Graduate of Diploma of Health Sciences of this University. Dr. Hirsch's thesis is entitled An Examination of Routine Antenatal Care in New South Wales. Chancellor, Dr. Hirsch. Chancellor, I present to you Peter Jones, Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery of the University of Sydney. Dr. Jones' thesis is entitled How Chemotherapy Alters the Severity of Asthma Symptoms in Children with Cancer. Chancellor, Dr. Jones. Chancellor, I present to you Estelle Law, Bachelor of Science with Honours of this University. Dr. Law's thesis is entitled The Analysis of Cytoplasmic Proteins Interacting with CD36. Chancellor, Dr. Law. Chancellor, I present to you Yun Yu, Master of Surgery and Bachelor of Medicine of Shandong Medical University. Dr. Yu's thesis is entitled The Role of Indigen Alpha-5 Beta-6 in the Progression of Colon Cancer. Chancellor, Dr. Yu. Chancellor, I present to you Sudhira Siva Dasnair, Master of Science of Barathea University. Dr. Siva Dasnair's thesis is entitled N3 Polyunsaturated Fatty Acids and Signal Transduction in Porcine Cardiac Myocytes. Chancellor, Dr. Siva Dasnair. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of research higher degree graduates.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to present a candidate for an honorary degree.
Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting to you John Davis Hamilton for admission to the degree of Doctor of Medicine honoris causa. Chancellor, John Davis Hamilton was born at Bognor Regis, England in 1937. His parents came from Plymouth in Devon, England. John's father, who joined the Royal Air Force very early in its history, was by then posted near Bognor, setting up airfields for the defence of the south coast under the threat of war. The family later moved to Tring, Hertfordshire, close to the RAF Training College at Halton. John Hamilton's upbringing during the war was secure and happy, enriched by grandparents living with the young family to escape the air raids on Plymouth. He attended local schools and Hemel Hempstead Grammar School. His most influential teacher, Mr. Wolfe, was a creative biologist and a communist who encouraged independent study and thus encouraged that his pupils thought for themselves. He produced the first play in which John took to the stage as Pharaoh in Christopher Fry's Firstborn. John is grateful for these opportunities as both acting and being Pharaoh were excellent preparations for his future role as Dean. A strong influence on John Hamilton's choice of career were the Jungle Doctor books by an Australian, Dr. Paul White, a medical missionary in Central Africa. They also no doubt contributed to later moves to Africa, first to Zambia, later Nigeria, and more recently to South Africa. Traditionally, John Hamilton's family had been farmers and higher education was an alien concept. Nonetheless, his parents strongly supported his studies and he gained a state scholarship to Middlesex Hospital Medical School at the University of London. By this time, his father had left the RAF and had taken up teaching. During his time at medical school, John was editor of the Middlesex Hospital Journal, president of the Junior Common Room Society, and was awarded the Senior Broderick Scholarship. He obtained his medical degree in 1960 with postgraduate qualifications as a physician, followed by a fellowship of the Royal College of Physicians. Of his early house officer appointments, the most enjoyable, busy and influential was with another communist, Dr. Horace Jules, who was a physician of the old school in an area of industry, heavy air pollution, poverty and deprivation. Jules led a spirited attack on smoking and air pollution, mainly by direct confrontation with local industry. From Jules, John Hamilton learnt a respect for those disenfranchised by their circumstance and developed a keen commitment to the clinical care of the community. After working in London, John went as a medical officer to St Francis Hospital, Katete in Zambia, where he shared responsibility for medicine, paediatrics, surgery and obstetrics, and the supervision of the peripheral hospital and training of African nurses and midwives. It was this experience that enabled him to contribute to medical education in other parts of Africa. Acting the signs and symptoms of disease for the Zambian nursing students was invaluable training for his later work here in Newcastle as a tutor for medical students. He has been committed to medical education ever since. John returned to London in 1965 and embarked on a research career in gastroenterology, examining the physiology of the small bowel, its blood flow, fat absorption and microbiology. He was most fortunate to work closely with two excellent clinical investigators, Moran Campbell, a respiratory physiologist well known to many in Newcastle, and Tony Dawson in gastroenterology at St Bartholomew's Hospital. In 1969, he joined the new Faculty of Health Sciences at McMaster University in Canada, which developed international leadership in problem-based learning and radical approaches to student selection. John Hamilton then returned to Africa and was Professor of Medicine and Curriculum Committee Chairman at the new medical school at the University of Ilorin in Nigeria. The school introduced major innovations in community-based experience through residence in villages and integration of basic sciences with community and clinical medicine. John's Nigerian experience was of great assistance to him when he took up a post with the World Bank as a public health specialist, advising that institution on educational and population programs in Lesotho, Malawi, Ethiopia, India, Sri Lanka and Thailand. During his time with the World Bank, he learned both the benefits and hazards of international aid. John Hamilton left the World Bank in 1983 to take up an appointment as Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, later the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences at the University of Newcastle, following Professor Geoffrey Kellerman and the Foundation Dean, Professor David Madison. Over a period of 14 years, John made a significant and important contribution as Dean, continuing the commitment of the university to community-based and innovative healthcare professional training. Nationally, John Hamilton established the accreditation system for undergraduate medical schools as the founding chairman of the Accreditation Committee of the New Australia Medical Council. John personally chaired the inaugural accreditation teams for the Universities of Queensland, Melbourne and Adelaide. This established the self-governance of Australian medical education, freeing it from the General Medical Council of Great Britain. Whilst Dean, John Hamilton continued his interest in the World Health Organisation as consultant in medical education and as chairman of its diarrheal control program. He also had an active role in the Hunter Area Health Service. John Hamilton has made a substantial contribution to the professional development of 15 graduating cohorts from the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences and has indirectly influenced many more healthcare providers both nationally and internationally. John led the program of cooperation in health professional education between this university and Transkei University in South Africa. He has represented and promoted the university and the faculty in many countries. John Hamilton has now taken on the responsibility of establishing a new curriculum in medicine at Durham University in conjunction with the University of Newcastle on Tyne in the UK. Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you John Davis Hamilton, Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery with honours in Medicine from the University of London, Fellow of the Royal College of Physicians of the United Kingdom, Fellow of the Royal College of Physicians Canada for admission to the degree of Doctor of Medicine honoris causa.
By the authority delegated in me by the Council, I hereby admit John Davis Hamilton to the degree of Doctor of Medicine honoris causa. We will now have a musical interlude presented by the Indonesian Students Association group. They will play their own composition, a potpourri of the archipelago's ethnic songs. Thanks very much to the Indonesian Students Association Group. Beautiful music. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite Emeritus Professor Hamilton to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, staff of the University and colleagues, families and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates, fellow graduates. Thank you very much for this honour, both to the faculty and to the university. For some of you, it only took 3, perhaps 5 years to graduate. It took me 17 years to graduate. Today we're celebrating, in a sense, the completion of the first step of your lives as contributors to the world. I don't mean that you haven't contributed until now, but there's a certain rite of passage about this occasion. I have to say, over the years, I've found myself quite sentimental about this. I remember, as I greeted some of you in years gone by, I think I'd bore you silly talking about my first patient. It seemed like forever that such a time might come that you would have your first patients, be you medical, be you occupational therapy or whatever. Well, that time has now come. And I guess we're celebrating too the support and the encouragement, reflected certainly in my own experience, from family, from parents, partners, friends, some cases from your children, that have seen you through this and helped you on your way to this and now to life itself, as it were. So what you've learnt in the university is the first stage, the foundation, and now you will continue and go on to use it at the service of the community. Be it in a scientific laboratory, be it in clinical practice, in whatever branch of the profession you may enter. So you have new jobs now, and so do I. So in the spirit of perhaps the direction that all of us as graduates are going, let me tell you a bit about what I'm doing and see if we can draw some lessons about the future. For you, for me, for those who are following. And one of the key skills that I'm hoping that the students that we are preparing for over in England, one of the key skills that they will learn will be to understand the community that they will be serving. Now, what am I doing, just to start from there? As you've heard, we're establishing, not just me, my wife Alison, who's been through all this with me together, establishing a new medical curriculum at Stockton. Not Stockton down the road here, but Stockton in the north of England, in the heartland of the major industrial centres of the north of England. The engines of the 19th century development, the wealth creation, the subservience that sometimes went with it. And that's where we are. It's chosen to be there, not in the centre of Durham City with its cathedral and its castle and its elegance and its medieval manuscripts and its scholars of 14th century monastic governance. Although that might be useful for somebody in a university to learn about that, we're down at Stockton where the real world of life is. I don't mean to say that that's not in a university, but that the reason for being there. So what is the community like there, and what have our students to learn in their training in medicine? And we have other students in the nearby university at Teesside in other health professions. We're seeking ways, how can we join together in this? And it's the same challenge that came when I was first training. You heard I learnt a lot from two communists. Well, it's not the party political business, but it's the fact that they were socially committed to the needs of the community in which they found themselves. So the first thing to do to understand is to learn the story of the community. You will all be in a community one way or another. If what you can provide in service for that community is to be effective and to be relevant, you must understand the community. So a little bit of the story of our region. If you went back 100 years, it was thriving. Steelworks, coal mines everywhere, iron ore in the Cleveland Hills, big trading, big port. The Tees River that runs through this area was called Steel River. Now that's what is a term used here. Why Stockton? What's the name? Because from there, many people came out here to New South Wales in time. When BHP started the steelworks, that's where many steelworkers came from. When the mines were opened, many came from here. So as we drive around, and I drove around with David Powis, who's just come to help us, some of you know David, I'm passing towns called Morpeth and Hexham and Gateshead and Seaham and Wallsend and so on. So we have this common heritage, common history. But in the course of time, and with the change of the economic needs of the country, that boom couldn't go on. There had to be a change. So the steelworks was closed. The mines were shut. The steelworks was removed, and in the middle of that site is where I have my office in this Stockton campus. And it looks bright, and it looks dynamic, and it is, and there's much going on. But if you go into the community, you're going to find that the price that was paid for a perfectly rational economic change of direction, the price that was paid is seen in the health, in the welfare, the sense of optimism of that community. And we are in Stockton sharing with only two other communities in Great Britain the bottom 3 slots on every indicator: crime, social welfare, completion of education, mortality rates, morbidity rates. So the story of the community has fed its way through history, the impact of change, the impact on people's lives. So if I were, well, I will be soon, talking to the first class coming in September, perilously close. Whether we can get this craft down before the runway runs out, I don't know. I will probably not talk about my first patient, but I will talk about that community, because that will be the agenda for our training. That's why we're there. How will we prepare doctors for that? Well, we will put them in the community, and I'm going to use a lot of the experience that we've had here from Newcastle. You may not know it, but as you go around England, this university has had an enormous impact on medical and health professional education across England. All these several visitors we used to get over the years have used that experience. And the experience is growing. Many of the newer developments now, these last 2 or 3 years, are addressing some of these issues. So we will have them living in the community, like I did with the students living in villages in Nigeria. And they will learn to see their circumstance, that the students will learn to see the circumstance through the eyes of those who are living in that community. That is the meaning of the word empathy, to see through others' eyes. And then, when you advise, when you treat, when you talk, when you listen, you will have common ground. Selecting students for medical school is not advanced a lot in Britain. This medical school's given much of the lead to such changes as there are. We should be reaching out and we should be finding students who, because of that deprivation of optimism and opportunity, have had very little chance in school to to show their maximum capacity. We'll be finding them and drawing them through with support systems and motivation. We will be using experience from here, particularly with disadvantaged communities in Aboriginal communities. It's a great delight to see 2 graduates from Aboriginal communities this evening. So we're going to use a lot of Newcastle's experience and its practice. We're not going to copy, we're going to fit it to the local need. I'm going to take responsibility, not responsibility for all of it, particularly for melding together some of the things you've heard in the titles of master's and PhD theses, the science of genetics, the new biology, with the community experience, people's understanding of the implication of these changes, and linking throughout the life cycle. As you go through the life cycle of people, the whole of their life in that community, every single stage contributes to whether they're going to be well, happy, productive, or whether they're going to be miserable, pessimistic, and not productive. So I hope that our doctors will be able to look at that community through eyes of the community, interpret the situation, and bring that learning to their service. Now, is this just for interest to hear about another place? No, I don't think it is. I think there's more to it, and I suggest there could be more to it. I've already indicated that the forebears who came here came from the areas that I'm just describing. And this community has suffered some of the blows of change of industry and so on. If you don't understand that, you won't be good health professionals, whatever profession. So the first thing is that it would seem to me an eminently sensible thing, I'm going to talk to the Dean about it, that we ought to explore cross-linkages and consultations between these 2 schools in the north of England, in the southeast of Australia, addressing similar issues. Even James Cook, Captain James Cook, was born in Teesside. Everywhere you go, there are all these connections that you stumble across. And the second point that I'd like to make is exactly sprung by what the Chancellor said in his initial introduction. He said this: the university's goal is to develop graduates whose knowledge, skills, abilities, and attitudes are highly valued and allows them to contribute to the workplace and broader community. Now, those are not just words. Those are the agenda for my future role. That is what your education has provided you with, an opportunity and a skill to do that. One of the distinguishing things about a vocational career is that it's not just a job. It is not that you have a job to do, but you give of yourself to that job and to that community. And that's the charge that your degrees give you, the opportunities, and the charge is on behalf of the community. So the university got it right, the Chancellor got it right. For this faculty and for others, that is the task, to contribute to the broader community and to do so with the skills, the knowledge you have gained, interpreted through your understanding of the community wherever you find yourself. It's a great pleasure to be here and to rejoin colleagues and to celebrate together with you, with your families, this fine achievement. Thank you.
Professor Hamilton, thank you very much for that address. You describe a great adventure, and I'm quite sure you've whet the appetite of many in the hall tonight when you talk about the potential for linkages from there to here, from here to there, in these very important matters. and the very important organisation that you're setting up. So good luck with it from all of us. I now have great pleasure in inviting Ms. Jennifer Grace to speak on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, families, friends, and of course the graduates. It's a great honour to be standing up here and speaking on behalf of all of the graduates tonight. But I must admit it is a bit of a tricky task to try and summarise what we're all thinking and feeling right now. Namely because there's just so many of us. I can't believe how many people came up on tonight. But also because I think you'll agree with me that graduation brings with it a lot of mixed feelings. On one hand, we're starting to think back about our university career and schooling career for that matter. And on the other hand, we're wanting to look forward and close that chapter in our life. So there's a lot of mixed feelings. There's happiness, sadness, a bit of excitement, a bit of fear, lots of mixed feelings. So when I was trying to write my speech, I sat down and had a brainstorm. No prizes for guessing I'm from problem-based learning. So I started to brainstorm what things I was going to miss about university and what things that I wouldn't miss. So I'll start with the things that I am going to miss. First of all, without any hesitation, friends. I've made some amazing friendships while I've been at university, and I think what makes them so special is the fact that all of a sudden you meet a group of people that are on the same wavelength as you, or similar wavelength, and that share similar interests, and that's hard to do. So that's one of the most important things that I'm going to miss. And although I can take a lot of those friendships with me throughout life, I think it's inevitable that we can't all keep in touch, and we will lose touch, and in 20 years' time we'll be looking down the street going, I know that person from somewhere. There's definitely lots of people I'm going to miss, and that includes the lecturers as well. Lecturers you just grow to love and respect because they really know what they're talking about, and if they don't, they do a good job of fooling us. They keep an eye out for us, they get to know us on a personal level, and there's lecturers that get you through the rough times. And speaking from personal experience, the first year of my degree, my mum was very sick. I'm not going to get emotional. And the last place I wanted to be was at university. And if it wasn't for the support of some of the lecturers in occupational therapy, I don't think I would be here today, because I considered deferring or coming back to uni at a later date. So I'm very grateful to the lecturers. And on that note, I think we should all individually thank the friends, family, partners, and who else that have helped to get us through the course, either emotionally or financially, or just basically putting up with us when we're grumpy and we've got an exam on Monday and we're trying to concentrate. They've got us through. And the other thing that I miss about uni, and it's sad but true, I'm going to miss being able to sleep in on a weeknight and sleep in on a weekday. I'm going to miss that. I can't even sleep in on weekends anymore. I'm up at the crack of dawn. And the other thing I'm going to miss is all the fun, all the crazy tales that I've now got to tell my kids that I'll exaggerate as the years go on. All of the fun stories from O-balls, ER balls, autonomy day, jazz in the park, bar on the hill. There's an endless list of social events that we'll all think of fondly as we move on from university. Now, things I'm not going to miss about university. I've got to balance it. But there's more things that I miss that I don't miss. One thing I'm not going to miss is having no money. I remember at one stage I had 3 casual jobs and I still had no money. And of course I was somehow able to justify that it was more important to spend money on going out than on necessities like petrol and things like that. I remember once I had to put 30 cents petrol in my car to get me home from here to Rathmines. I've become a master at coasting. It's quite a skill. And I'm not going to miss having to scrape around the bottom of my car for money for parking tickets and hoping to God that it'll take a 5-cent piece. Although I did get the last laugh last year when my car was stolen and I had no petrol in the car and the bandits ran out of petrol about 500 metres away from where they stole it. That was a proud moment. The other thing I won't miss is final exams and assignments, having to pull all-nighters and having last-minute crises like your printer failing on you, or one thing that happened to me was that I kicked the PowerPoint that led to the computer and I lost everything that I'd typed. I'm sure that happens to all of us. Well, I hope it didn't just happen to me, but I'm not going to miss that. So in order to finish up, I wanted to congratulate every one of you for what you've done. I know firsthand that it's not easy to get to the end of a degree. There's lots of temptations along the way, particularly for those of us who had to defer or do the course part-time. It's hard to stay on track, so feel very proud, enjoy today, lap it all up, and no matter what you plan to do from now, whether you want to focus on your career or settle down, have a family, go overseas, or even head back for even more study, I wish you all the very, very best of luck. That's about it, and by the way, hi Mum.
Thank you very much, Jennifer Grace, for your speech. I really do hope that you'll soon be able to put $2 worth of gasoline into your motor car. I now declare this ceremony concluded. May I invite all present to join us for a cold drink in the marquee adjoining the Great Hall. The University Union also invites you to make your way afterwards to the Shortland Union building, where all sorts of things are available to eat and drink. You'll also be able to order photographs, have your testamers framed, and view a range of university memorabilia for sale, and no doubt enjoy the remainder of the evening with your family and friends.